Imagine going to Greece.
Why would you do that?
Enjoying the nice weather, or exploring some ancient ruin, or eating some of that yummy Greek slop.
Yummy.
And then you see this poking over the horizon. What you're looking at is an abandoned NATO early warning and communication center on the island of Lefkada in Greece. This place, now filled with graffiti and scrapped of anything that held any value, was once part of a vast network of NATO communication centers in the Mediterranean, built during one of the most tensest points in history, the Cold War. And then randomly you see missiles coming at you. After World War II, the two main victors, the Soviet Union and the United States, emerged as global superpowers. But their ideologies differed a lot. The United States was capitalist and democratic, and the Soviet Union was communist and not so democratic. What followed was a decades-long standoff, where the two superpowers never really directly fought against each other, but they did compete in pretty much every other way. Think of sports, space exploration, military build-up, nukes, more nukes, and more nukes. And with how many satellite states they could get. This is why in 1949 NATO got formed. This facility here is located on the island of Lefkada. Built in 1965, the location was chosen due to its unobscured view of the surrounding seas. Perfect for monitoring and communication. The remote area also made it very hard for people to sneak into the base. The station was operated by the US Air Force and was part of METCOM, a large project of similar communication stations in the Mediterranean. The base was quite impressive at the time. It had dorms, a kitchen, a restaurant, a gym, and even a helipad. When it was built, it had state-of-the-art comms technology. And it also had its own power station, with 4 generators, which were the first thing that got looted when the base got abandoned. And as for the communication part, the station used a method called tropospheric scattering, a communication technique that sent powerful radio signals into the troposphere, where they would bounce off the atmospheric layers, allowing for long-range communications. Kind of like when you skip rocks on the water. But it did not take long for this method to become outdated. About 10 years prior, the Soviets launched the first satellite into space, marking the beginning of a new era in both surveillance and communication. Sats were way more efficient than the tropospheric scattering method used by the station, and with the Cold War cooling down to the breakup of the Soviet Union, the station became pretty useless. So in the 90s, the US Air Force left the station in the hands of the Greeks. But leaving such a big, expensive and outdated station running wasn't really an option for the Greek government. So it got abandoned. And didn't take long for the place to be scrapped to its shell. What remains today are a few empty buildings and these huge imposing dishes that are still peeking over the horizon. I know this video kind of strayed away from my usual content, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to subscribe and like the video and comment, because the algorithm really likes that. Thanks for watching.